On this episode of Oregon Lake Tours, we're going to be talking about Odell Lake. It's only 6:30, don't be so excited. It's not time to go. On this episode of Oregon Lake Tours, we are taking a visit to Odell Lake. Odell Lake is one of many lakes in the Cascade Range in Oregon and is located in the Deschutes National Forest. It is in the northwest corner of Klamath County off of Highway 58. It's a rather large lake at 6 miles long, 1.5 miles wide, and has a total of 3,562 acres. The average depth of the lake is 132 feet with a maximum depth of 282 feet. The basin of the lake was naturally carved by a glacier, and the lake is fed by Trapper Creek, among others. You will find great views of Diamond Peak from different spots around the lake. Odell Lake Lodge was built in 1903 and is located at the southeast end of the lake. There you can rent boats, camp, or stay at the lodge itself. It also has a small restaurant. A second lodge is located at the west access, and it is called Shelter Cove Resort and Marina. They offer cabin rentals, RV site, boat rentals, and mooring, a small general store, and a restaurant as well. Newman, 7:15 to 7:18. Right next to the bathroom. Recreational activities at the lake include sailing, windsurfing, jet skiing, boating, and fishing. Beware of blue-green algae. If you're planning on swimming, make sure you read the signage, and also beware of your pets around going into the water. There's also plenty of hiking in the area. Fish species include rainbow trout, kokanee salmon, mountain whitefish, lake trout, also called Mackinaw, and bull trout. Bull trout are listed as endangered and you cannot angle for them. Odell Lake holds the Oregon state record for Mackinaw, the most recent weighing in at 40 pounds 8 ounces in 1984. 4 miles east, visit Odell Sportsman Center, a local convenience store and gas station located next to Crescent Lake. If you need more tackle, snacks, souvenirs, or need to fill your tank, it's the closest store to Odell Lake. Okay, so you guys just saw me set up my camp, and we're 1 hour in, and fortunately I found a bunch of stuff that I could set up a good shelter with. I don't know, it's pretty weird, like knowing that we're just going to be camping here, but it seems like a good spot. You know, there's a lot of stuff around. I think I'm going to be plenty warm enough, so that's good. I found you know, some old blankets and stuff that I could set up so that I could cuddle in at night and be nice and warm, and found this old bottle of drink, so at least for today, you know, I don't have to try to filter any water. So yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm already thinking about my family, just wondering kind of what they're doing, and But yeah, I think it's going to be good.
All right, Laura, so let's talk about Odell Lake.
Odell Lake was actually a lot of fun. We camped at a small campground called Princess Creek Campground.
Which I never saw Princess Creek. I'm not really sure where it is around. We didn't really look, but I never saw the creek, but oh.
Yeah, I didn't see the creek either. Anyway, I think they have about 30 some odd sites there. And then a boat ramp, so if you are camped there and you do have your own personal boat, you can just launch right there from the campsite, so that was pretty cool. Otherwise, we rented a boat, a very small boat.
Very small and very
old
I
boat.
call it our ghetto boat. It's very old. Yeah, we definitely need to work on getting our own boat or rent a better boat the next time.
Yeah, but it did the trick actually. Once we got in it and got going, I was terrified at first, to be honest.
She was terrified first. You'll see it on the video, and it didn't have no downriggers. One thing we learned about kokanee fishing that we have no idea what we're doing. A downrigger would help a lot getting your lure down to the 60 feet, which is kind of the depth for the time of year it was that we kept on getting told, and trolling at 1 mile an hour, which I tried to troll as slow as I could in that boat, but I'm not sure what speed it was because the speedometer didn't work.
Yeah, the speedometer didn't work. It was broken, so we guessed. That lake is definitely windy, definitely has a current, like a pretty massive current, even under the water. So aside from your boat getting tossed around, there's also underneath the water more of a current, so a downrigger would definitely be helpful. Right. We decided we just didn't have enough weight. We had all the right lures and the kokanee, they really like the little hoochies. Mackinaw are using bigger plugs for the Mackinaw, and we had dreams of catching just really big fish, but it didn't happen. Yes. It did not work out for Laura or Mark.
Or Aaron. Or
anyone on our boat. But it was still not a loss. I think out there. Yeah, at the maximum I was using about 2.5 ounces of weight, and it just was not even nearly what I needed out there.
And there's bald eagles. Like we watched a bald eagle catch a fish, lose it, and then we watched him go and catch another one.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was
watching
cool.
the eagles. Very cool. Hey, the eagles were catching fish. At least somebody was catching fish.
Yeah, of course they are more expert than any human being at catching fish.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, the day, it wasn't a loss. It was a lot of fun. It was a good learning experience. We talked to a lot of people who knew what they were doing and had the right equipment, and one guy I talked to had caught 17 kokanee and a large bull trout and a large lake trout, so he was pretty happy.
Right. There's a lot of different kind of lures you can use, but after we were done and I talked to one of the guides up at the lodge, he directed me to the kokanee kid lures. He said he starts with the pink one. If the pink one doesn't work, then he goes to the orange, and he says they always catch.
Yeah, but the key is you got to be at the right depth.
The depth.
That's definitely what we learned, because like I said, we had all the right stuff except for the weight. Not enough weight.
I don't think you guys were getting down there enough. We did have a cheap fish finder that I bought on Amazon. It actually seemed to kind of work. It wouldn't work when the boat was moving so much, but when we actually got it working, for a $40 fish finder, it found the depth and it showed us fish, but I don't think we were just getting to them.
No, but the good news about all this is, like, we're trying to learn how to do this without, you know, like, we can't afford to go out and buy all expensive fish finders and downriggers.
They have guides there, but it's $395, I believe, for 2 people, and $75 a person after that, and yeah, it's
which would be good. Like, if you could afford the guide service and you want to be guaranteed to catch fish, yeah, by all means, like, utilize the guide service. But we just, yeah, we were looking for a cheap vacation. We got it. It was fun. The campsites are actually really reasonably priced. So yes. I think for 3 days it was $45 to camp for 3 days. So that part was good.
Yep, National Forest, federal land, all accessible.
Yeah, and I would definitely go back. I would definitely go back.
Yes, definitely.
But it's windy. I did bring my kids. It was a family trip. However, they were pretty disappointed. They couldn't swim. There was a blue-green algae bloom, which also, when that's happening, you got to be really careful about cleaning your fish if you intend on eating them. You can get sick just from the fish and handling the fish. So be aware, be observant, watch for algae.
But yeah, other than that, a great trip. Stay tuned for our next episode, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, hit the bell, turn on all notifications so you see more videos from us.
Yeah, and if you've been to Odell Lake, let us know like how many kokanee have you caught in a day and what's the biggest lake trout you've ever caught.